Hello, welcome back to Tony. Last time, Cody Hackins testified. He erased all the photos he took on the day. Why would he do that? He would only erase them if the Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honour. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no. It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honour, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he raised his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. He had to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. He's only a kid after all. Order. I will have order. Witness, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. You're crying. Yeah. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay, you're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order. Deslam, what kind of stunts are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Hammer was the victim, the Steel Samurai was the victim, there was no victim. Well, there was a victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. That's what I'm saying, Your Honour. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene 1-3 that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guy station at 1 PM. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. No? I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pups. Me? What? Actually, there was one picture of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? This now. Show us quick. No way, man. I'm not even going to look at me like that. Now! Oh. Here, this is it. Oh. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honour. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honour, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find things near that. Can anyone see it? Before I point it out. This is the Steel Samurai. Jack Hammer was found dead in Studio 1. But what's this up here?
Take that!
Your Honour, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honour, correct? Uh-oh. I believe Mr. Edgeworth says what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. Yeah? What's this all about? Please explain it, and I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say what on that gate in the photo. Your Honour, here is a true crime scene. Okay, so the murder actually took place in Studio 2. Which also means that all those people in Studio 2 who, with the blocked path, had perfect alibis, their alibis now mean nothing. Here, that's Studio 2. I see, that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honour, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The trailer there, the path is blocked, no filming is done there. The path was blocked? The path was blocked. Sorry, I've heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmon in his testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. We've turned the whole thing around. As you may recall, there is a trailer with Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held at that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating a steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! The defence makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person at the security guard Miss Oldbeck saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole his steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume. I have proof. The slam. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right there. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. It's this. If he was waiting for Will Powers to go to sleep, steal the costume, he couldn't have just assumed, oh, he'll probably want to take a nap. He would have made him take a nap.
Take that!
This is it. An empty medicine bottle. I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent an entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honour, I have an idea. Fingerprint? An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. Are we right? Probably. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackett's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai sleeping in his old bag may have been the victim Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1 but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honour. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework, Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honour. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. I don't know if they said earlier on, or I might have said earlier on in the series, trials are only 3 days max. So the next day, the third day, there has to be a verdict. Very well, court is adjourned. And if we can't prove our theory that it was Mr. Jack Hammer in the costume that he was a Studio 2, then it'll almost default to the prosecution's claim if we can't prove ours. Whew, that was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation, but I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. To be continued. Do. Saving the game. That was a close one, Hermia. Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Maya's back. So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now what I need is a motive. And proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days. Yep, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Okay. No really point speaking to her. Let's get on with it. To the detention centre. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Did you not look like you were about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. You can stop looking so vulnerable too. Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. And there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Well, ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios were on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumours anyhow. Something's going on here. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but suddenly Gillies were caught Vasquez's eyes. She brought the Still Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at a beck and call though. Whenever she sees jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at a beck and call. They're not jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he gets dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just started taking on big roles. And that's when he began appearing in little productions to Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to seeing it summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now I have to think about it. That was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global 5 years ago. It's as if something happened at the studio 5 years ago. Oh god. The fucking old bag again. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think I got down. Yeah. I bet you could even eat those donuts in the gas station if you wanted. You eat, you die. Oh, she's alive. I was wondering about the Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. I bet we can make her talk. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's soft, pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't. Masochistic. About Mr. Hammer. Ah, I heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stamp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's pissed. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer will never do such a thing. Why would he steal Pal's discussion so we can sneak by me? He would never stoop so low, it's impossible. Okay, yeah, he probably did it to avoid you. I would. October 19th, studios. I guess they're not filming today, are they? I did want to see them filming just one time. Who would film? If still Sam was in jail, what would they film? I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any rookies lying around. Yeah. No, touch it! Eek. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. I almost had a heart attack. Yeah, I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's active in me. Dramatic indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Can we help? So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills, huh? For a thorough examination, I've got to take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guys gave me some testing solution. This reacts as sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change colour. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything can do time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed colour, alright. So there were sleeping pills on the plate. Looks like it. That'll be important. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I'll buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Oh. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bottles. Say, whatever happened with the empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's print on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. So our crazy theory was right. Don't know if we're supposed to speak to Gumshoe anymore. Don't know if we need to. Now that that stuff is in the court record. So let's move on. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Still Samurai. What? No! Oh shit. Did not mean to do that. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Oh, I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Still Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Ah, I guess the rumour must be true then. The rumour? Yep. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio. Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? An accident 5 years ago. Yes, in Studio 2. That trailer there was part of the film set. Could you tell us what happened? Sorry. I don't think I can. They really don't want us to talk about it. Oh. What do you mean, the last Still Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who look the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think I've hidden some of them work that you scored for here. Here, take a look at this. I'm guessing it's this. And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids look the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. Oh, I think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that the Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about his accident 5 years ago. Okay. We can hear about that next time. We're getting to the end of this case. We're all but done. We'll find out what happened 5 years ago, and it'll probably have everything to do with what happened now. So come back next time so we can find out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.